Hi guys, bn146 here, ready for another stream. Um, so today we'll play a 5 plus 3, another 5 plus 3. I was thinking sometimes I could also analyze some games that others are playing. I expect that to be more relaxed, maybe give more time for the actual commentating. But right now the thing is only amicable. Maybe I'll take a look at one of these games after. But we've been paired against an 1800. We'll play 1e4, best by test. e4, e5, knight f3. Petrov, okay. So the number of lines that are interesting against the Petrov, they almost always start with takes. Then we play d6, and I will come back. And after he takes, that is where the lines really branch out. So I think knight c3 is one of the most topical at the top level, and a least interesting play. You get your bishops out quickly in exchange for this the double pawns that you get there. I also get the opening for in a lot of play, but I prefer to play this d4 setup where I try and quickly get some pressure on the knight. And then if you have to go back like this, then I claim that you wasted some tempo, the knight taking and coming back. So we try to take advantage of that. But I mean, generally the Petrov is solid, yeah. I want to stop this because I'm already controlling the square, so the bishop is only limited to these two squares that don't look so good. I was wondering whether or not to go c4. It's good in some lines, and I think especially now that he can't play bishop g4, it may be, because if you can't play c4, you probably should, yeah, in these d4 d5 structures. And if he takes, I think that's a good version of the isolated queen pawn. Let me see, c4 takes, then bishop f5, I imagine. Knight here. It's interesting, and so I will play it. Because if I go c3, it's a little boring. Let's go c4. So he does take. So we play the isolated ping pong. We get to demonstrate the principles there. So it's a dynamic kind of structure. Both sides have pros and cons. Usually the most important square becomes the square in front of the pawn. Black will try to fight for control of the square. If he can control it, he controls my pawn, because then I can't advance the pawn. And if I can't advance the pawn, it becomes weak in many endgames, in most endgames in fact. But then if he can't, then I can use the pawn as a sort of a lever to build my attack here. So I can bring this guy here to make use of this half open file that I get because of the pawn. So it depends on how you play it. So bishop d6. Yeah, I was thinking on the previous move I should have stopped this. Maybe play bishop f4 before knight c3. It's too late for that now, because now my bishop is also destined for mediocrity. No, but I think it's actually not a bad. My queen will come here, the rook will come here, and we'll see what we can do. The all-time 95 is good. Maybe I should stop this move. Maybe I should. So yeah, I'm 2 days into my leave. The last 2 days I've mostly been just resting, so I haven't done any actual chess work. Hopefully I'll start soon. Yeah, he did play that, so I'll put my rook here. I'm also thinking about this is why I'm hesitating. Nah, the half open file is schematic. I don't like that he has all of this and all of that. I don't like that at all. What can I do? What can I do? Yes, whenever there's this, the crazy part of my mind always wants to exchange here, but I don't think it works. Yeah. So, okay, we'll exchange. Alright, knight is not so secure. So if I go knight here, takes. I'm such a fan of that. But do I have a choice? It doesn't appear that I do. But it's actually not going so well. So I'm seeing some winding tactics. Knight e4, knight takes, pawn takes, bishop takes, queen takes. And then because these guys are both here, you probably want to take with this guy. But I know that I have bishop takes here. And my idea is that you can't play this because of bishop here. And if this rook has to move, then some like f3 traps at least one of the two bishops here. Yeah, because in fact even after bishop takes, you have to move. Then I think I get away with it. But if he takes with the bishop first, then it's a whole different ballgame. Then it takes. Oh, missed this one completely. Just an exchange. So takes. Ooh, I have here. Did he blunder? I think he may have. Because I have this. Maybe knight takes was better. Now that I think about it. Maybe knight takes was better. Okay, I'm just gonna take this guy. So I'm a pawn up. A pawn up, which is good. On the other side, the bishops are opposite colors, so whenever the rooks come off, it's probably instantly drawn. Can I avoid that without wrecking my position completely? Don't think so. I think he's earned a draw here, because by giving the open file, then he has something. And also, I'm very low on time. I can't enter any complications right now. So we'll just draw this one, which is regrettable. So the plans on dark square, so if he allows me to quickly get in this interest, then maybe I can get some pressure on them. But he shouldn't. But yes. So my pawns are on dark square, so I don't care if you lock them in place, but your pawns are not. He's played a little carelessly here. And now he's trying to do something crazy. Almost never a good idea. So okay, I will go 2 pawns up here. Will that be enough to win? That is the question. I'm already losing one of the pawns. That sucks. Okay, let's attack. I mean, I still have connected passes, which are good enough. So let's attack the queenside pawns now. Get my king into the action. My king into the action. I can't get into here because of this guy, so I might have to go like this instead. I don't know what the theory is here. I think if it's a single pawn, then it's obviously drawn, but the connected nature of the pawns makes it complicated. It probably is still a draw, but he has to be precise now. Now I'm getting it because he can't go here, so I'm going to get this in. I'm going to be able to push, and yeah, we'll see if he can stop my pawns. We will see. See. So I want to push here, so I want to control this diagonal. So I'll allow my bishop to come in here. But he allows me to just do it for nothing, which is also good. I want. Okay, no, now it has to be lost. I'm inclined to think. Still don't know actually. No, now it has to be lost. Okay, now it's definitely lost, obviously. I'm going to push here, I can't stop it. And it's actually mate immediately. So yeah, he should not have left his pawns on dark squares. No, very much. I'll quickly go through the game. So the Petrov that turned into this is all standard, I guess. And this structure is standard, but it's so symmetrical. Yeah, the pawns are all the same. So the only argument you can make to be better, if you go with the normal c3 setups, is that your bishops are maybe better, but then this is coming here. Okay, so I think I played h3 here to stop that. And then after this, the reason I went for this c4 plan also had to do with his knights. Usually in d4 d5 structures, you also want to play c4 here to get the central pawn majority. In this case, it's isolated, but it's still a majority. And so usually don't put the knight in front of these pawns quickly. But then when he did this, he's saying his c pawn isn't going to be supporting this guy, whether c6 or c5, and that makes me think c4 should be good. But then, as it turned out, it wasn't super great. I don't think it was a very good version of the isolated ping pong that I got. I think if he had taken some, yeah, he made a tactical blunder. If not positionally, I don't think I was better. So I played c4. If I hadn't, then I'll go for the normal c3 stuff. Which maybe, since he didn't play c6, may be okay, but there's still not much in it. I'll maybe bring my bishop here. Knight will come here and here. Queen will go there. Rook will come. Maybe I double here something, but it's very symmetrical, so it's not tough to defend. But this makes the positionality more interesting now. It's an isolated queen's pawn. And now he really wishes, like, imagine the knight were back here, he would instantly play some knight c6 here, and then put this knight here, maybe put this guy here, and then you really have control of the square in front of the pawn. So I thought this would punish this move, and now I can already push. I wonder why this isn't good. So what happened? I'm trying to spell it somehow, because I can already push here. And if I can already push, it has to be good, right? I push, knight probably comes here. Yeah, okay, that's not great then. Yeah, okay, maybe it's not so great. Well, I can WB3, it's not good. Yeah, it can be good. Okay. Maybe it's not super great, but it's not bad, I don't think. I think it's okay. I may have misplayed it. So here I was thinking I should have immediately gone for, when he played h6, he should have signaled me that he intended to play bishop d6, because similar to the reason why I played h3, to take this guy away from my bishop. So I should have played this maybe right now, and then the knight would come later. Because now my diaspora bishop became a problem. It was doomed to mediocrity. Rook 1, queen d2, standard stuff, bishop f5. Yeah, so I was thinking about coming back here at a point, because I didn't want the bishop. I played h3 specifically to make sure this bishop is not super active, but now it's at the f5 square again. So I'm not too happy with my decisions. It didn't turn out great. Basically, the one decision going for the isolated queen pawn didn't turn out super great. But here I saw some tactical complications. Also, I think I wasted over a minute here, so I was left with, okay, this happened first. Yeah, so 2 minutes 44 seconds to 1 minute 9 seconds search. That's ugly. You should not play blitz like this. But it was already a difficult position. He's starting to take here, so knight has to move. The only squares available are this one and that one. And I mean, you don't want to go here. Yeah, no, I don't want to go there. So I wanted to find a way. I had to find a way to make this work. I think I did. So let's see what I calculated, if it was right. So knight takes, this is maybe the simplest way to win an extra pawn and keep the bishop there. But I thought after I exchange, I didn't think you can take here because these two will get fucked. I mean, I just have to play. I can even just take a pawn here, and I'm going to take one of these two back. So I didn't think that was possible. So this rook could probably take, and then I thought I could take this because of the tempo. You don't have the time to play this, and even if you did, even if say that this bishop point, and then you did play b3, I thought bishop b5, and I have compensation. You can play c6 because I can just take, and if the rook moves anywhere else, then whoever is left here starts to lose support here, because then the piece becomes actually pinned off. Okay, here there are some checks here, but that was the general idea, so that I could get away with taking this pawn, which would be taking the pawn back. I mean, I was already down a pawn. So now that I look at it, it's probably not so good for me, because this guy is also behind. So it's maybe slightly better for black, like minus 0.6 or something like that. But I don't think there was much better to go for from here. So what I thought he could do was, I thought this would be maybe a more clever approach to try and keep the pawn this way. But I don't know if he exchanges first. Is he keeping the pawn? Okay, I definitely have counterplay with these two files though. So yeah, I would have been okay with this. But then he played bishop e4, which was, I completely missed it. So for a second I thought I just blunted the game away, but then turned out he missed something. So I won a pawn. After the complications, this pawn that I took was the actual pawn that I won. Now I'm just a pawn up. But the problem is it's an isolated bishops plus rook position, so you can exchange the rooks, he can easily get a drawn ending. And there's only one open file, so the rooks are almost always going to find themselves opposing each other in this file. If I go here, he just goes c6, and I'm very far away from playing something like b4, a4, b5 to try and open it up. and I don't have a light square bishop, so I can't even intervene in this. So I have to stay on this file. I don't want to give it to him just because I want to avoid an exchange. Giving him the file would be compensation, so he probably always gets a draw from this position. So I try to maneuver my bishop to a more active square here, where it controls a good portion of the board, still protects the pawn, but it's more active. He played c6. Yeah, so he has the light square bishop left, so you want to put all your pawns on the opposite color. This is what he failed to do, and then I couldn't avoid the exchange. So trying to activate my king, but move the bishop out of the pawn out of the way in order not for it to hang after king e2. And it's here that I noticed that his pawns are on dark squares, so if I can unlock them down with h4, h5, then they could become targets. I thought for sure he wouldn't allow me to do this, but then it maybe didn't occur to him quickly enough. Because after this, now he has to defend. I don't know why he was so intent on knocking my pawns, because they are on dark squares, so he can't attack them. Now he's just losing a pawn, so it's a matter of picking a poison. Yeah, he probably did the best, because if he allows me to take like this, he's definitely going to lose another pawn then. So, or maybe that was the answer. Maybe that was the solution. If he had gone for this, yeah, that's it. This was the move. This was the move. So I take, he takes, and yeah, I don't think there's any advantage there. Yeah, so that was probably the move. So I would have to push after takes, then I take. I'm trying to go like this. But then he's going to come here and always stop like this diagonal. I don't know if there's anything there. Yeah, I think that one may have been good enough, but he missed the T. So he gave up the pawn this way, and I was always going to win the other pawn. I wonder now if I could have done it in such a way, because I lost this guy. Maybe I could keep this guy. I mean, in retrospect, now of course I would play f4, f5 first, and then go and pick up the pawn, because the pawn can move anyways, and that would have been much simpler. But okay, I just 18 seconds left, and he had 3 minutes, so yeah, the time management is horrible as always. But I still had connected passes, so it was always going to be difficult for him to note. So is this? Eventually, he just walked into mate. Okay, it was an okay game. We'll see what the engineers say about it after. And thank you for watching. Happy chessing.